Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to World of Tanks Generals. This is your slightly lovely host, NewtPlays, and today we'll be playing a little bit of 4th Division. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so 4th Division, of course, has that pay 7 resources to draw a card ability. It's pretty strong HQ. I'll definitely be posting a deck list in the description as what I'm trying to do now. And also, I did change the levels on my mic, so the audio might be a little bit better. I might be a little bit louder on this, because apparently I used to not be like quite loud enough, but I'm really worried about like potentially clipping, and I really hate how I use verbal pauses such as like yeah, those. It really bothers me that I use those, but it is part of my speaking style. There we go. Jutherbog. I'd like to get some opponents that aren't Jute, but you know, what are you going to do? Sorry, I was thinking for a moment. This is actually not a very bad hand. I'll take this hand. Alright, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I wasn't talking, but see, I was considering this hand because, well, we do have the scouts and we do have a T-46, so it's not a bad hand at all. Let's see what he took. Okay, he's definitely a rush style of deck. We can take a hit. We'll take the hit, don't worry, guys. That's a bit annoying. Although, of course, if he shoots like this T-26, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing at all. Okay, that's not a bad thing. If he's going to try to control the board, we're going to win this game. That's all I can really say about that. Is if he's going to play this game with us, he's not going to like it. So I really hope he does play this game with us. It'd be good for us. It'd be really good for us. He really didn't like that tank. That hurt. So he's not playing this game with us. Oh well, we'll do it like this. Oh, I forgot. For some reason I targeted the HQ. Right. So like you definitely, like, if they start trying to play the board game with you, like controlling the boards type of things, you definitely don't want to just ignore that, because you will also lose. Jute can be kind of hard to play against because, like, sometimes doing like what you should isn't like always the same thing. Even if they're playing a very similar style of deck, like if they tech in some light tanks like this guy did, it kind of changes how the game plays out a little bit. So like right here, there's a decent chance he might shoot this, but he didn't. Right, we're actually going to draw a card here. That's not what we wanted to draw. Although that doesn't hurt because we couldn't get both of those in. So, I really wanted to draw a police, is what I wanted to draw. No, that's fine. That'll last another 2 turns. Alright, so we're going to have 11 damage up there to a 6. We can win this race. Because we're taking 4. Really would like to draw cops. I would really like to draw cops. Alright, so 6, 4 makes it through, but he can together we win, so let's remove this, making it 5 damage, making it so 3 gets through, so that'll be 3 turns, so that's actually a lot better. It's a lot better, actually. Alright, good. Alright, so we probably have this. Alright, yeah, we probably have this now. Him shooting the AT-1 was not the best decision. Alright, we'll do this. Now let's see. This is not going to help us out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go big. We're going to draw and not get the hammer strike. Oh well. But see, at most he can do 5 damage to us. He can play an arty, kill this perfectly, then hit us for 5. If not, he's only going to hit us for 3, maybe a hammer, and do 5. Oh. Ooh. For a moment I was kind of excited, but then I was like, oh no. Wait. I should have played this Liberty. I wasn't thinking. That was a mistake. I forgot he can also play defensive squads. I kind of forgot about that little fact right there. Oh no, please don't draw. Okay. I was like, oh no, please don't draw a hammer. Alright, so we have 3 turns to beat this down. 2 to do so safely. Oh. Too bad we don't have the thing now. Alright, so we only have 2 turns. Alright, that's not very good. Alright, come on. Draw something. That's not quite what I needed. Okay, we probably threw this game. We should have really just played that Liberty, secured the game. I wasn't thinking with my head. Oops. I don't know what I was thinking with then. No, we lost. No. Look what that mistake cost us, guys. Look at what that mistake cost us. That turn where we drew instead, trying to get greedy to get the hammer, because we're like, well, he can't do anything to win next turn. Yeah, we were stupid. So, well, I was stupid, not we. Yeah, he's being a jerk. Probably not. He's probably actually just excited that I messed up so horribly. I should not be showing this. No, I wasn't unlucky, bro. Wasn't unlucky at all. That was completely my fault. 100% my fault. I can't say I did everything I needed to do to win. So, yeah. Had nothing to do with luck. Well, I think that's actually my first, like, on-camera defeat. That's actually okay, though. I've been waiting for that. Can't believe it's the fourth against a really arguably easy matchup for this deck. I just messed up. I wasn't thinking things through. See, guys, always consider the option that the game isn't necessarily going to end the next turn. Because it might not. And by might not, I mean there's a very good chance that it won't. This is not a rush deck that I'm playing against. Definitely not. I don't like playing against the second most times because it is really difficult to tell like exactly what you're up against. So we'll just take a more defensive stance here. Sorry. We'll just kind of hang back for a bit, take a couple hits. It won't be too bad. We do have scouts. We do have the scouts up, and yeah, we can still wait a little bit. Do I want to drop the support on that? Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. If he does move those up, I'm just going to kill that unit. I'm worried about it. I don't like the martyr. Five to 9, 6 to 8. And I am one card up. I did draw with the reinforcements. So it's always okay to trade a card for a card when you're up on cards. Because it's really when you're trading 2 of your cards for 1 of theirs where you should worry, because then that means you're kind of losing your card advantage. Cool. That's good for us. That's a loss for him. Alright, now he's kind of trying to withdraw. We're going to use this opportunity to play this. And we're going to deploy our 2 T6s. We'll leave the Liberty back here for now. We don't need it yet. There we go. So our 10 cards which is 8, so we're still up those 2. 10 to 8's not really that bad. Alright, so he's moving up, so we will take this unit. Second is weird to play against. Okay, that doesn't do the 6 damage, bro, because that's a Russian ability. I really hope that wasn't, like, I really hope he wasn't expecting it to do that. Because that would kind of be sad for him. Two, 5, 6, 7. There's 5. There's 7. Oh, that was kind of a bit of a mistake. Oh well. Well, I did kind of give up this unit now, is what that means. Well, oh well, we'll live with this mistake. Alright, we'll just move the units around like so. And yeah, we'll just let him have this T-35-1. Sorry, I was quiet for a moment because I was thinking. I was like, oh, what do I want to do? I kind of wanted to keep this T-26 up here, move this T-49 here, moving my T-35 back, and having this T-6 here. But I decided saving the T-35. Not incredibly like good idea, really. It's not the best idea. It's not really worth it. So we have 11 cards to his, well, 6. So, yeah. 11 to 6, that's a pretty big difference. But I decided the T-26 is probably a pretty good unit to keep alive. Mostly because it's generating 2 resources. It's giving us a lot of, like, extra card draw and what have you. So it's not exactly bad. It's not bad at all. It's really pretty good. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's perfectly fine, actually. Alright. So we're going to trade this way. I think you guys see kind of what I'm doing here. Now let's draw our extra card this turn. That's 6. Let's draw our other card this turn. See, with this HQ, you want to actually keep using your ability a bunch. And you just kind of want to use that to swarm your board with your units. We have 13 cards at our disposal, 7 of which are deployed as units, 3 of which are squads, so not the most useful, but, and 3 in hand. I mean, we're in a much, much better position than our opponent is. This is kind of... This is the position I personally prefer to be in. I'm kind of a fan. I'm very much so a fan of this. Because he has to clear this. He really wants to clear this if he wants to win. But there's a pretty decent chance that he doesn't. So, yeah. Well, this is a case where we're drawing another card. Because we didn't really draw anything that great. But we don't need to draw anything that great when we're drawing 2 or more cards per turn. It gives you a little bit of space to not draw the best cards. So yeah, it gives you some wiggle room so you don't have to draw incredibly well. 6, 11, 13, 14. Alright, so 15 to 4 card count. Okay, I'm recording, right? Good, good. Okay, it's been about 21 minutes. And as you can tell, I do actually run 2 light tanks, like 2 full sets of light tanks in this deck. Which normally I don't do because, like, I'm not at all a huge fan of light tanks. You could draw a lot of really disgusting things with that. Lots of just sickening, disgusting things, guys. I don't want him to draw those. Okay, that's not that bad. I was expecting worse. We could just, like, 2 for 1 this, really. We can afford to 2 for 1, but we won't have to because he's going to attack something with it. Attack the AT1. Come on, you know you want to. That would be a mistake on his part, by the way. Yep, that's the best choice here because that sets it up to be able to be killed in the brig head next turn. That's the best course of action right there. Alright. We need to draw some units. Like, we really do need to draw some units here. Our charge is kind of dying. We need to get the Liberty up there. Is really what we need to do, is we need to get that Liberty going. Here, let's just get the Liberty going. Okay. Alright, that's good. So we still have like 14 cards here. 14 cards is not a bad thing for us. Alright, so that'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we can actually get that all in. Unless he does that, and then we can't. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, let's use our police as a draw. Not at all a bad draw. That's pretty good. That's exactly what we needed. That was kind of beautiful. Alright, so there we go. 6, 10. Alright, so now we're down to 13 cards. Oh well. Still enough cards to win. We have what we need to win this game. Alright, that's not really going to help him a lot, but it's still going to prolong the game by 1 turn, I believe. Actually, no, it won't, because we'll be able to do 4 damage through that. I mean, 3 damage through that, and then another 4 through it. So if he doesn't have a unit to deploy, we'll actually win this game. We'll win this game if he has no unit. Okay, there we go. So this is GG. Because as you can see, I'm going to display this. We can't actually get through here, but we can drop the 2 hammers that we've been holding this entire time, and then we'll win. Alright, we'll run like one, maybe 2 more games, just depending on how they go. Okay. Is that my Russian victory? No, that was actually just what it makes. Do I have all my missions? Alright. Am I sure? Yeah, sorry, I have to always check that twice, because I don't look at it the first time, I just instantly close it. Okay. So this is an 11th. I don't like the 11th. We do have a pretty decent hand. He's sadly going first, though. I really do prefer going first in the 4th. No asset, though. So, probably won't be that horrible to play against. The asset is actually kind of a big deal, honestly. It gives a lot of card advantage. I'm not worried about his 1 firepower, by the way. If he has a rush deck, he'll be the world's worst rush deck. No offense to him, of course, but that's just kind of how it works generally. If your HQ has 1 firepower, it probably doesn't really have any business trying to be Jut, basically. It just really doesn't. It's not going to be the best, but then again, at high tiers he could, because there are some really nice high tier cards for rush decks for the Americans. Like Counting on You, for example, is really good. And that basically makes all things, his HQ and his units, and his HQ and squads, strength would be set to 4 with that card, which is really good. And also his unit's firepower set to 4. So, I mean, he could be, but that's a tier 8 order. I don't think he's running a tier 8 order, seeing as 1 tier 8 order is a bit more than half of my deck power. Like, half of my total deck power. Like, between all the cards in my deck. So there's a pretty good chance he isn't running that card, meaning there's a pretty... it's a pretty safe bet to assume that he won't really be rushing me down very quickly. Okay, yeah. Okay. We'll put the damage on you. Yep. We do have enough to be able to draw and play this. So we're going to. And we're not going to advance because there's no reason to. He doesn't have a board anymore. Once he has a board, we'll definitely start pushing into it, and he could kill this, or he could kill this. It has to be a slightly tough choice for him. Slightly tough choice for him. Well, if he has another light tank, he can kill them both. That's always when things are nice, when you can have both of them. Like, I would love to have both of these if I was him. Alright, I'm recording right now, so I'm not going to really check people who are just PMing me. Now this brings up an interesting question. is it safe to really have 1 HP on my units? Probably, because he's probably not running Crush the Enemy, or whatever it's called, the 0 drop for 1. And if he is, it's a really odd decision on his part. It's not like a bad decision or anything, it's just a little strange, basically, is all I'm saying. So we're actually going to, because most of his cards probably do 2 damage, meaning it won't really hurt us that much if he uses an order on them, because that's a bit of wasted damage, and it's damage that he would have, basically he would have killed it anyway. And pretty much that means we took 1 damage off of something that is actually alive. So if he hammer strikes this, that means we just saved 1 damage on other units. But he is running Crush the Enemy. So that's kind of bad for us, but it's also not that bad for us because it lets us know that one of his cards was it removes 1 card. It traded kind of well, basically. So yeah, it's not the end of the world for us by any stretch of the imagination. Alright, we'll actually draw like this first. It's always smart to use your lower cost drawing power, before you use your more expensive drawing abilities. And we're starting to really get a card advantage rolling here. So we're going to just kind of keep this a thing. Come on, play. Thank you. We have 11 cards. 11 cards to his not 11 cards. Ow. That's not great for us. He's going to kill our Liberty, or he could kill the T-21 and leave the Liberty alive. But I'm just going to actually argue that next turn, because letting him draw a card isn't a huge deal. It's a lot better than letting this kill another card, because that's even more value. And I mean, we can kind of just have all the cards we ever can dream of, basically, right now. Except we need better cards than that. Yeah, okay, I was like, we'll only be healing 1 from this. And I was like, yep, kinda sucks. Oh well. I'm just really hoping we don't run out of units. That would kind of be bad if we run out of units. Alright, that's a good unit for him to play for us. That's not necessarily that good, but oh well. It doesn't kill any of our stuff. We will use our support now, because we really may as well use our support. We will use the police just for card cycle, as there are a lot of things we need instead. Okay, now we're going to move this in, and now we'll move this in. Okay. So we do have 10 cards right here, 12 cards. You always have a lot of cards at your disposal when you're playing the 4th Division. You always have a ton of cards at your disposal. The ability might need to cost a little bit more, honestly, as it is a very, very strong ability. And cards like the Liberty and the other light tank, whatever it's called, I feel bad. I should know the name for it. Really do help out, because that 2 resource gain really lets you both draw a card and play a card in the same turn. Sorry about that cough again. Okay. And now let's throw this down. 5. There's no actual 4 drops in this, so there makes no sense to... Oh, I forgot about that. Oh well, that's not really the end of the world there. It's not the end of the world at all. Got another card. I was thinking about using the police to draw instead, so I could play something, but I was like, that'll give us 4, and there's really nothing that costs 4 in this deck. I mean, T36 doesn't actually cost 4 at all. It's costs 3, but I forgot, like, 3 is a different number that's slightly higher than 2 and a bit lower than 4. But hey, that happens. Sometimes your optimization just kind of fails because you kind of just make a slight mistake, but not a big deal because this wouldn't have really been getting in there this turn anyway. Might want to put it up there, I don't know. Now this is worth it because this will leave us at like 6, and there's a lot of cards that do cost 6. That was not one of them. Okay, there we go. We probably have this game secured by now. There's not much he can really do to get out of this loss, basically. There's not a lot. He has to kill 3 units on 8 resources and no brighead slots. Alright, so yeah, we won. There we go. Alright, that was 37 minutes or so. So, there's the verbal pauses again. It's not really bad. Kind of a short game. So I'm going to stop here, and thank you very much for watching. I love you all and have wonderful days. I'll see you next time.